A lot of things have been said. A lot of things they will use for one buttress-on. A lot of things they will use for one add to. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who side call from, please.
Yeah, this is Iron
Yeah, what's in your contribution for today, sir?
Oh, okay. Yeah, all waiting to me talk so true. But the reality is that this thing, we don't talk about this same thing from the beginning of this year. The people know they listen. The people really control the resources, they know they listen. Because if they really listen, you thank for them to impose small. At least if you go safe now and total rate, you know, slow. But they really listen. We will talk no more. They don't really listen to it. They don't care. The people do not care. Because how long we don't talk, man? Even from last year, you know, all man, you can put their ideas, then they talk, they write it, but then people really not listen. They don't care. They just say their mind don't make up, say then they'll do what they want to do. You know, they really listen and take advice. They're not basing. You know? Like the other thing is this voting. Diaspora and voting, I think we talked about it last week. So last week, I mean, they put a comment, say, sometimes the government that will be in place might not be interested for people in the diaspora to vote. And Tony just took them because they would think that what is in for them, if they find out, say, people within the diaspora, mostly in opposition to their government, they will lag behind every time for showing interest. Because like last year during the last year 17 election, you know, just in a platform you can open, you will look at the program, they go for in Kela. People are all was hacked. In Kela. What happened when they go do the election as alone? All the hype. He lost. You know? So the people they don't listen to what we talk here. Even though they try to create change in that place, they're not listening, they don't care. You know? You have a try for talk. You know? So one day the children put on their knees, obviously calling things really put on their knees with every machine, they use every machine. Noise block also. Something they will come out one way, the wax will come out when they use it for the year. But for now, no, they just don't care, you know. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Yeah, this is Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, before I start, I want to give advice to Salon people. When I come up behind Official is involved in politics in Salon. They are Salon people when I come up behind there. But I want to say other thing. Thank you, Tony. What he say now, exactly what he go on a Salon. Now the problem this will get in a Salon, you know. We say this is not new direction. This is not a new direction government. This government is a new direction. You have to lead the people to the right direction. We look like say then can destroy Salon completely, man. Then can what APC don't destroy. Then can finish now. Then I finish. Then can finish Salon now. You know, man. Only team that they want to export so man. You know, like I said the other day, they go turn Salon to desert, man. Then guy, I don't think they're ready for help this country, man. You know, eh? Then they destroy the country, and then they go after the past administration. Like say they're not a thief man, you know. Thief man, they go after another thief man. They're not serious, eh? They're not serious. Now, I watch one video, put loco, they picking one of the sit exam. Now, grandness, you don't. They know they will build bench there for them beginning day. They say this is not a new direction. What a young campaigner for free education and man, that guy, man. I don't know. And the other thing is, you know, me not ever talk about the first lady, but first lady, let the Minister of Health and the Vice President, let them do their job. Then they pay them, let them do their job. Not to your job that day, you know? Not to your job that day. If they receive donation, if they go give donation, Not to your job that day. Not to your job. Worry about your job. Not to your job that day. Let the Minister of Health do the work. Let the Vice President do the work. They know they again as alone. We don't get Minister of Health again as alone. You look like they pay them for free, man. Free payment, then they get so. Yeah, man, don't really. You don't really retire with this administration and the way that they lead this country. Let them lead this country the right way, man. The other day, then they say all the people in demonstrating in McKinney. Now they go around, they arrest maybe people in McKinney for nothing, Not to the people that they tell them and they come out. The people that come out on their own will. Man, this administration, man, let them lead this country in the right way. Let them let for the divide this country. The country they move forward at all. Transportation business is very difficult now in Freetown. I don't understand this direction. All the people want to take this country also, but the direction that they take, we not to the direction that we want. Mr. President, do your job. Do your job, Mr. President. And then minister, they know they understand. Let them do their job. And Parliament, when I left this corruption too much in that country. Even to the policeman there, when I left this corruption, 30 days. Cameroon by him in case no go to court yet. 30 days. 30 days when I arrest people, we broke their ballot box today. 30 days. 30 days. Panama Road case. Panama Road, the killing what happened there. 30 days will not get the right to report yet. 30 days. Yeah, man, and everybody they can ask for more money for election when they come 2023. Man, they destroy the car can destroy Salome, man. Salome will not feel the pinch yet, will not feel the pain yet. No way 2021. Now we'll really see, because right now the corona it cloud everything up. But 2021, when everything is exposed, now they really see me, man. And Mr. President, lift this state of emergency now. We don't tire. The state of emergency and the curfew, lift it up for the people. Let the people at least enjoy small. I mean, contribution and no more. Let them left for the disturb people in life. Now that country, let them lead the country the right way. The country they go backward, complete backwardness. I mean, contribution and no more.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
Hey, my name is Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get the platform, sir.
Well, thank God today night and weekend, because we know say so many things don't go on the radar. All of them for me. What? They're on that way. So, as they say, so many things don't go on the area, but what to me they want to talk about now, we in our diaspora. I don't know, man, something to go on, I know, so it don't bother me so much that sometimes I get annoyed when somebody they ask me, sometimes I know they get annoyed when somebody they ask me. Because we all know, say, some of we will not born in that country, we kaya, where we, I don't go, how I use this Creole word, where we worry the older white. But you know, say you get accent. And, like, I know so most of you don't get that experience that the way you talk, you get accent already. They ask you where you from. Even if you tell them they're not sabi when I Sierra Leone, unless you let for bring Blood Diamond movie before, so where the Ebola is or where the war was. That's where the bother me. I don't know. Maybe somebody get we go able to explain to me how to approach, because sometimes I get annoyed, sometimes I know the guy annoyed. I'm not gonna lie to you because of the way that they respond to it.
Are you an Uber driver?
Yeah.
For a gentleman by the name of Harlan?
No.
What's the name?
Ray. Yeah.
No, so brother can then a job where they join we, so we can get that concession there.
So sorry about that.
Yeah.
So as that's really bother me. If I don't know if somebody will, because like the other day outside the work, I mean at security, and then at this gate, this woman I don't see, so we don't close. Okay? Time down at 9 o'clock for close. Before the store they close everything right on at 10 o'clock. Or off there, I don't jump for do lift, side again small hustle. Then I don't say, ma'am, it's already closed, Oh, they told me this, that I know the management told me when it's 9 o'clock, I supposed to. Are you African? I tell her, my answer was because I was already mad. I said, I'm a black man. They say, well, yeah, you're not saying a black man, but the way you sound, you're African. I said, but you already know that I'm African. Why are you asking me again that I'm African? I feel annoyed because, as I tell you, some of these people there, they get something the way that they ask you, when they make question, naturally the border win at this country, yeah. They don't say you get accent. They still we not born at that country, yeah. Then the other two I want to talk about now, some of we diaspora there, and also most of who get picking there. They are born 3 now, the other I'm very sure they go college, the other and they finish, they go junior high, now they go senior high and all that. At least me picking, I know able to talk me na bon kono, Sierra Leone. I'm proud to be a Sierra Leone, proud to be a Colombian for that matter. Although me kono self, it don't mix with the Creole and English when my mama can talk to me, and I'm happy. Although I know able to express that to me picking there, but I know say that the Creole definitely they understand it. They know they talk well, but they talk that English way, that pidgin way. They don't understand the Creole very well. Then my myself, when I'm a Ghanaian, I was married, don't left. Instead of learn the Creole, so you don't used to it. And one thing but Sierra Leone, we culture very unique, very powerful. When somebody eats with food, believe me, you know they go back again. You go always love for eat with food. If you learn the Creole, you go always want to learn talk the Creole. So the one that when they identify themselves as a Sierra Leonean, or the one that when get the tribe, and also Bokuman get tribe, they come on a district, so man sabi talk. Now make we Creole, they don't Bokuna Salon. I mean, they tell somebody one day, Bombom kono, boy, na Freetown they born actually, but sabi talk the kono, mama na kono, papa na kono. So the time I said, just claim yourself no more than you as Creole. Now it's what you make you talk to. I said, because they talk the kono, you picking the way you don't born, one day they talk the kono to the so if them picking the they self grow inside Freetown, they can't born picking there. Now say tomorrow, now so they will say then a Creole. Because now so we don't take get Creole people then a Salona. Which is not bad. Now the way the foundation where the parents lay, I'm proud like one of my brother where the Columbus, Ohio, very, very smart guy. He talk the Timini very well. And he don't make sure in picking the way they born a woman, they born, then I say not Timini. The picking they don't pick up certain word inside Timini, which is not bad. Not good and thing than they. So we always say, people that are proud of footing that you tribe, proud of footing that your nationality. But waiting the money, now this to other people, then I will ask you unnecessary question where sometimes they so embarrassed for answer to them. Because they already know say you get accent, which not bad. But they want to know who say you come out. Even if they want to know the village where they born you. When you tell them now, they're not sabi. Where is that? Is that Asia? Like the other one time from Sierra Leone. Is that Syria? I said, no, Sierra Leone is different from, So we're left for proud of we heritage. As I enjoyed the DJ Bass in program yesterday where they say these are music where they bring history, So it's all about your culture and your tradition. Because if we not pass some of these things to we picking the world on born now, hey, not trouble for we. Trouble in the sense in the next 10 years, 15 years from now. So many things that they will not go to remember again. We music, that we culture, even South America, people that get culture, they get tradition. You meet somebody who was born from Texas, it tells you it's from America. In first place where they tell you I'm from Texas, I'm from the South. They're proud of who say they come out. If we say proud of, we say we come out, I believe say we culture very unique. That all will be for me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and who the call from, please.
Good evening. This is not Jimmy from Mechanicsville.
Yes, Jimmy. Welcome on board, sir. You get 7 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. Hello to everyone, and thanks for having me. It's been an interesting week, very, very interesting. Something today I wanted to discuss about regular callers then. Probably the difference between the one that they call all the time or one they call too often. However, I think some of we the regular caller them we like for listening more and talk less. So that way they would able to understand from Monday to Friday when thing they go on so that we can able to conclude on Saturday after I don't pick everybody in brain. Again, the advice always is not for reduce with stress, you know. So during the week we don't work so hard. We don't stress ourselves with office, everything. For Canada, you can't stress ourselves, you know, the help. Because one reason why we like this platform now, because we will come here and make suggestions and praise and criticize. Because they help helpful. And I'm glad you know they're allowing anybody for course. Now, therefore, I say when you deal with government, there are two stages of government you get between the people and the government. And during that process, even in developed countries, the thing now with the people of the country and the government, and freedom and liberty, now with the government, the free the people. You know, see, establish that portion there because now colonialism will come out. And someone, the young generation, maybe I don't pick on them or anything, but they always a crowd down the history. Oh, what thing history go do for you? Again, we can come back to it. If you don't know how you come out, how you know how you go? Okay? We can't have the talk, say, oh, well, American man, they say we got accent with this, with that, and normal stuff. And the same thing we do to full man them before we get vice president so today. We full of money, they can't know how we talk, so we laugh, so the natural stuff that. Okay? And the weakness on this management, again, where I call the government, as Mr. Tony observed, I think then they put the cart before the horse. If they camp on agriculture, they camp on the education, everything, as soon as they get money, they go buy 130 tractor then. If Namibia they buy them tractor, then they are not care so buy them, whether in China or anywhere else, then tractor they for come with at least three technicians them. So if them broke, then we will fix them and train so other people in Africa. And besides, which are the plan? Which you want to do with it? You don't get farmhouse, you don't get storage, you don't get cooling, you don't get nothing. You just go grab, then no more you come. And we were in the diaspora also about voting, as Mr. I forget the guy name, say. The process for put that in place, you know, easy. You can't just say, oh, we want vote. I can say, I like how you did introduce that, speak to the camera concept. Because they make you understand how the people in the ground feel. Easy for them, we didn't just say one way more. So now this is the people and they do now this. When you talk to them, people, when I see that camera and then individuals, and they talk, you can see how they come. Then they praise small, then they criticize, then they recommend. I think we need for that kind of concept. It's okay for criticize the government, whether not APC or not SLPP. No government are perfect. APC and come then do some good things. Then when we see a good last year. The main one way in mind, because I remember I come to high school, the first Mutukawa drive at the Gulf line. I reached Oko Hill. Now 2 tractor trailer there, see the dog not 11 wreck. Okay? Me go to drive Oko Hill, I pass Oko Hill, I don't see Oko Hill safe. So you can call the road saying a fancy road, now this, now that, it's fine. You don't get enough money for put drainage and culvert and curbs to avoid all that water. You don't get that kind of money there. So let's say if APC starter, they don't put curb, they don't put culverts and waiting. What's wrong with this government for can't continue with that same project and develop them better rather than criticize them. The SLPP, they don't come. I don't point out before. 2 things when we see, now the education, where they're not perfect, again, because they're not planning. Some of them, they learn at the job. Politics, you can't learn at the job because it's a part-time job. Then things that may get long time. If you check now, almost 3 years, and don't do so. And the first year, now for plan. Who say you move, who say you tap, within the west left, but I told you, Mara, 3 years undone. Now the last year again, now for begin campaign. So project, they ever finish. So that's why people waiting me see them do well in the airport, in the tribe and the education, but there's a lot more to do. So when I am advice is, it better follow the recommend more than they complain. If we look the generational thing, I will understand this history. When I go to church in the morning, I like for to play my old music line. So this person, they play one like easy like Sunday morning. So if we're not old enough for know the lyrics and I say that a good song around it for release you from stress. Amazingly, they begin them behind the car. I don't know how they pick up the lyrics, but in 5 minutes, I play our music, they back. They begin and begin sing. So you see, now we for help for development beginning the concept that we will learn from the past. And I will conclude again by this. We need to stop the blame game. We should empower, recommend them. Now, like how they do inspection. When you meet the individual where they encounter, you praise and force for the good things that we do. Then you ask an open-ended question. So what you think say you miss now? Making you answer, so they learn from you, they yourself they learn from, and so where you able to develop for the future. Okay? So, again, I'm glad for this program we bring, especially the people who speak to the camera, because they give me precisely, issues from the perspective. Because not in the tongue, not in the sea. All right? So again, let God bless you and continue the good work. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
Good evening. Good evening to listeners. Mina Albert Lansana, I call from Spring, Texas.
Yes, Albert, you get 7 minutes. What's in your own contribution, sir?
Your contribution about the prison, if I'm right, they said they want to locate the prison. In other words, they want to move them away from that present location to far away, which is good. The only thing, they just have to make sure it's spacious. Why I say spacious? Because if they just move the prison far away and not spacious, then we are back to the same square one, which is prison overcrowding. So the differential say is spacious for avoid the problem of prison overcrowding. Then also for deal with prison overcrowding, because since they try for do, maybe the country need to come up with some kind of diversion program. Because by diversion program, I mean some kind of alternative to incarceration. Because my correctional class where they teach, I talk about these things. Or intermediate sanctions. Example, community service, restitution, fines, boot camp, home confinement, or intensive probation to probation. Or you have what they call jails. So like my last chapter where I just teach, I'll talk about jails. So you get jails, then you get prison. So jails, when we start talking about jails, less than 1 year misdemeanor for minor offenses, or people are waiting trial. Then prison, on the other hand, felony 1 year and above for serious offenses. But I hope you they follow me. Yes. Then also, for avoid the problem of overcrowding, those with minor offenses, they need to be released. Then divide them to some kind of supervision. Because one of another class where they teach legal aspects of correction, I talk about prison overcrowding. And according to the 8th Amendment, it means cruel and unusual punishment when the prison is jam-packed to capacity. For example, let's say if the prison initially supposed for all 2,000 inmates, but all of a sudden, now it multiplied to 4,000 inmates. So that leads to prison overcrowding. And the consequences of prison overcrowding, they lead to rape, violence, and health condition. So now that the government needs for do, if they get the capacity for do that, for build jail and prison. Because I know most people over there that they say, Napademba Road, prison, they call it jail. But as a criminal justice instructor, professor, you get jails on one hand, prison on the other hand. So now my contribution for that.
Thank you very much, Albert. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, Albert Lansana, na somebody within the military and also a lecturer. So whenever I can come to the issue here, you can always try for make we get an understanding, you know. Yes, caller, they live on here. You name and say the call from, please.
Yes, hello, AAA. This is Nabendo. I call from Kansas City. I tell you, thank you for this platform and all the people that were there on board. But my own contribution tonight here is we know say the problems and then as alone, we get for talk as one people in unison for we push the country go before. You know, I mean, it's so discouraging where you can see people and they post pictures and say, oh, look what things they happen in Nigeria, look what things they happen in Ghana, look what people in Liberia. Well, all them things they're not going to happen in our country. Anyway, it can't to corruption, we all know the talk as one. We all know the talk as one. The Nigerians and the Ghanaians, the diasporans and they go. But we see most of we went there salon with the pray for go because peace not a day. It's so chaotic. So what in the cause down there? Now the fact say the two parties that were longest for the longest time, I mean then they at each other's neck. So now we all talk how we go make them parties there come together and do what go bring peace in the country. If we always there with the talk as one people instead of we all talk on different lines. APC as well as SFPP. I mean, this problem, they all not so today it begin, not so yesterday it begin, not so 10 years it begin, then don't day. But if we all talk as one, me feel say we go able for make the one the winner the politicians and so we can't go before. Now that's not what we get for say. So I tell you now all thank you for the program.
Thank you very much, Bendo. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Hey, Triple Enemy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you hear me clear?
Yes, but your background, sir.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, it's now Omar, they call from Los Angeles.
Yes, 7 minutes, sir. Yes, sir. 7 minutes.
Okay. Hey, pa, well, you know, me need to talk too much today, but I just get some little stuff that I put where I want to go on. First, I want to talk about the COVID-19, you know. I want to say thank you very much for Mr. Tully for giving me that heads up. Now, we don't finally find out, say, Sierra Leone they're on the right track. Now, look at that. You yourself don't say, and Karen, I get 11. Do I know where they come out now overseas? Where they go to salon? 20. Now, actually, where this thing come up, people in the talk say, why didn't they do that? I come on to Germany, they get the best testing. I come on to America, they get the best testing. Well, now we don't find out. Because this virus, where they change. And scientists, they tell me that every day. You can test positive today, you test negative the next day. Negative and test positive. So now we don't find out, say, Salon Vinde on the right track. The next one I want to talk about, now that audio leak. Quite honestly, you still say that leak they come out through APC. The reason being, where that telephone call comes, just like I did say, now somebody now first talk to the police officer, to the GI or IG, whatever. Now first talk to them, now pass the phone to Anes Microma. So that person they me believe say now if we record that thing in America, because the reason why I say that I think on a lot of social media group them, and all the group them went forward that particular audio to me. Now APC group them, now APC people them, because that thing and then the one use for sure say and as Microma not the mean bad, and as Microma
call them people here for them and they refuse. Because if you remember, now the first argument and where the APC Secretary General come with, say they invite them, they give them motorcar, they tell them say nothing not go for happen with that. Nothing not go for happen to now when I come. So now make them put that audio there. Then just can't find out now say the audio go back against them because people will begin to talk against them. Then they flip back, talk now say, oh, would I leak? But me feel say now APC that they leak that audio there. They now talk about the faith healing. I mean, this is a shame. Look what in this part they do. Look what in this part they do. And we don't see over and over the amount of tractors then. Where this government don't show, we say they don't bring in tractor then. Why they not go help this part get some tractor then? Now the same thing APC have been do traffic. They bring tractor then we end up finding out say some people and they keep the tractor then at the garage. Now they farm them backyard. They not even use them. But the government pay beaucoup money for buy them. They not use them. They keep them at the backyard. They farm garage. Pay them go bad. Now in the way I said they do that right now. Then bring them. Whether they see any children they do them. Why they not go give this pipe now 10 cents? Look what in this part they do. You know. Then now I really one thing I go and talk about what you bring out. That's seaweed. I mean, if we get the technology, we get money. Me now one of me snacks in the net. I love seaweed, especially the one who get us wasabi. Then the big one for me, that the midterm performance. I mean, this is a waste. We don't read this. Marabi, you don't need for call for this. It get a chief minister, now responsibility. Now then for begin all them people here to book. Then people here need to do anything. If any minister, like that information minister, that information we can give you, do you talk about that na parliament regarding the internet company? Now the chief minister, now for them call for all the information here. A week or two before the president go talk to parliament, say tell me what you don't do, give me what you don't do. Now let we check and see if not true. Now if we don't go through that, now that's then they pay and we money for. Because in August, that information, Mrs. Minister, they take information like that, it passes to BO not get enough time, in go tell the people then less than 3 months later, this same information go back, this same information minister go back, it go tell the people and say, Una look, this company don't run down, they need to make money. But BO don't tell me, say, this company now one of the best company there, when at the country owned company there, where they make money. 3 months ago. And that particular minister is not for that again. That guy is not for that again. But we know that people in deal with. Then the wage bill. Then not poor people are way higher. What thing that don't tell you? Now the same man this way with the run campaign, can we say, unless by Chroma get too many people in my government. They don't quadruple that. So let don't need to figure that. Let them figure that. Then let's go to the first lady. You know, AAA, this lady now the way they talk, again problem. But let we give this lady a prop. What do they say about this lady? Now, in the only first lady in the history of Sierra Leone, we don't come and get a platform. Maybe not the time when we not been born it, but the time when we don't born, when we don't see the president and one don't meet up. I not see any of them with them with any platform. I not see any like Romanian. My mom may not be even knowing West. I don't know if that guy they get West. Then she can steal it. So what did this lady they do? Especially this child with a call where it take. Let we give them a kudos. It will not right. The lady they talk, they do things them, but they do well. Then thing I'm going to go and donate. Quite honestly, me I not care. Would I give whether I'm pocket to come out or not give them give as long as they not take the care and go to Gambia, they not sell in a Guinea, they not sell in a Liberia, the code that people they do go make medicine in the camp for salon that they sell in a Guinea. As long as they not do none of the three things and they the investor or the give it to we young people them, we are not get problem with that. I'm fine with that. You know. Then the other thing we want to talk about now the ACC. Regarding that money business, they say that we don't already get the information. Well, why they go for wait say this newspaper for talk about that before they said talk about that? Why they not be done give a press release tell we say, so thing will happen, we don't go after them people there, now this amount of money, and then people here we don't eat, we they go after them, forget that. So the thing with me, with this government, just like sometimes they like me, some of we like me, so I don't get bad name, I get relative, don't they talk to me. Because then they say I don't run away from APC. Do we want to talk about APC? But the thing is, this government don't deal, they tell we now, but things them. I absolutely agree with my brother in Philadelphia. They don't talk, they don't tell me about the bakery. We not see nothing in it. They don't tell me about the overpass road then. We not even see a groundbreaking. They don't tell me about the flour mill. We not see anything. What about that farm in Kenema? That fishing farm? We not see anything. What about now the 300 buses then? We not even see anything at the camp. Then the market na Lumley. Then the diagnostic center. At least start something now. No wait till 2023. Nothing at me and not see. With people that they say we're not getting a chance. No credit. Okay. But now 5 years. Me, from what this corona begin to now, this government don't collect, if I'm not a mistake, close to $500 million. The money that they don't give. The Ministry of Education alone, with the rumors, they get $50 million from, I don't know if that's the EU or World Bank, just this month or last month. So they don't collect money. All them things what they don't tell me will not begin now. The mining sectors will not be done talk for say even dirty and escrow and dirty. How long will I get to take for clean them? Let new investors they begin come with brothers and the sofa. Let people then begin get job. People you not go believe. This month alone, this September, we school open. I don't get over 20,000. Hey, the begin well, and she said no school open, no, another book, another bag. Then they tell me, hey, my brother, dear, help me. Me picking, I got for pay. He didn't collect. The amount of right now, the amount of school column, what some of we they get. But they say they're not free education. So that's why they say, I'm not free education. I said, they are left with. You don't know what to go on now. So let them they show me something. Let them they show me they don't talk, and then they tell me say they don't collect money, then they make brag of how much money we want to go begin now. We not wait say during the election, the put and the be due Friday. It take the ambulance, they go keep them. During the election, I pull them. Then they give people say, hey, when I see the president. No, the ambulance and they be done a long time ago. So when I said no wait state in 2023 before I break the ground for diagnostic center, before I break the ground for the overpass, before I break the ground for the bakery, before I break the ground for the Kenema farm one of the tugboat. Now when I talk to them here, not to a foreign investment. Now money will not get them. It already did. When I did here, dear. When I try now, when I begin the groundbreaking now, load the go. Chop, please, load the go. Now that's no more, my brother. Thank you very much. Now come up behind the book, talk now and begin to do. When I get the slogan, talk and do, but we never see the do. Because we people in the suffer. Now they see the do now. Do where they create jobs, please. Now they go. Chop. Now that's no more, my brother. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Omar. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you there live on air. You name and inside the call from, please.
This is Ezekiel, the call from Oregon.
Yes, Ezekiel, you get 7 minutes. Waiting at your own contribution.
Thank you so much, AAA. I really want to talk about a plan. I don't think over and over about how this country go move forward. Because if we continue on this trajectory, all day, SRPP, APC, I don't know if we'll go able to cross the road way with other countries than they cross, because they too much fighting. They really push way back. So 10 days here, they begin for propose something in my mind. I say, how about we get? Sorry, me picking that. How about we get a 30-year plan? 30-year plan. Because for now we change things, especially like in the area of corruption, it has to take a generation. Because the generation we'll get right now, everybody know the idea of who side they tie count a day for it. Would that know say if you want somebody in hand, you will go quick. Everybody is attuned to that. Everybody know that style day. Anything we want to do, if you want to go fast now for pass something or somebody in pocket, it will go fast. If the police hold you, you want for left now for pass something in pocket. The only way this get for change, it need for take a generation for late change. You know, even today when we talk about Rwanda, it's because the same guy is still in power, and then they expect him for lady in power probably 2034. You know, if been do in 5 years or 10 years to come out, the other person come, that person, you know, the one for lock any accountability from inside. If I don't run after her, if I don't run, no matter what Kagame do, if I don't cry and down. As a result, nothing not happen. You know, he come back, Kagame people and come back and the same thing, they run after her. But now Kagame is there, and almost generation they come. All the new generation right now we go to Rwanda. What did they know? They know the way it's enough for to read out in the streets. They are aware of that. The new generation from primary school where Kagame starts with them. Now that they know now. They don't know any other thing. Say that they see uncle eat something through and grown. So this generation, as they come, some of them they college now. You know. So as then they go into governance, now that same blood inside them now. For let them make changes, the change for continuing. So what I say for Sierra Leone, since now these two parties we get, you know, they always hear say people and they say, we forget rid of them two parties before things happen. It not go happen. Then they will forget about that. Now the two parties will get, now the strong party than they. Then get the stronger regional setup, then get the stronger tribe, we now them big tribe. So it not go change. So what do we need for do then? We need to come with a 30-year plan. When they all for come together and change the constitution, and we'll not forget no presidential election. Get the idea that the two parties that they forget only party election, they choose the flag bearer. Then when this plan they begin, then choose one party, the flag bearer now for be the president. The flag bearer of the other party now for be the vice president. Then do the general parliamentary election according to party election. Then go there. Now we know say the vice president is an APC. The president is SRPP. There's nobody to run after but to run after people who are corrupt. So this time, you know, we'll say, oh, now me party, because me na APC or because me na SRPP, because they are all part of the government now. 5 years pass, same thing. 5 years pass, the president is retired. The next party, the APC become the president, will not be the vice president. The SRPP, their own party, where they choose, whether they choose to be the flag bearer, be the vice president. So we get this thing running for 30 years because now the same plan they go there. If they say would they make airport now airport, it not they change because now the same people. So as a result, we go see after a generation that idea of change where they begin from people the way they did from class 1, from the way they did from Form 1. By the time they are in their 30s, they don't adjust to this system of tolerance, this system of development. Now, so me see, now this plan are they propose. Maybe Sierra Leoneans and they wait and get idea, but we therefore begin for make a proposal now. When this country for day on for 30 years, because if extra people try to put something in place, even a good idea, APC come, they abolish it. How we go forward? You know, so let's come up together. Let them get a 30-year plan, change the constitution, and get the vice and the president from both parties interchangeably every 5 years. No election for president. Now, only parliamentary election. Member of parliament. Now, that's the only, but the presidency is the only change. After every 5 years, this become president, the other become vice president from each party. For 30 years, if we get on that trajectory with a good plan, I believe so we'll be able to solve things. That now be forward plan and then the next one basically the timber business. Me are they beg the government. Do you let them put a stop to this? Because they not get no plan. If people who's are they Oregon? Now the timber country states. We see them brush one area. Then they hire people and they will get a lot of immigrants the way then they plant the trees and then they plant that area, then they live for 25 years before they go back and harvest timber. But then no get no plan. Then they left them people and then they quote everywhere. Please, government, please. This thing, if we are not stop it, it cause a lot of problems. The small water hole they get right now, with some of the big trees then the hole. We see it when I caught everything, we begin to get drought. The hunger we go for down another place. They right now play hunger. So do you have me? Are they apologize? Are they beg them? They'll look into that. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
I think say next week, I go count the timber program because the government still we say they just make, I think, was it $34 million? I stand to be corrected, but next week I'll count that program there with the government, the person where they in charge of the timber exports, be they glad they say they don't make this amount of stride and then this money then they'll raise out of the export. Even though some of the timber workers then they frown and they grumble and they talk things them way they feel say they're not happy about. But however, the people and where they in charge, they tell we say they don't make good money. They don't make good money inside timber. And we go can deal with that. Let us see if it's worth the environmental damage. We know say the previous administration will put a ban to timber. Timber not be the go. And when this particular administration come, then we can see say they don't put everything in place, so then we lift the ban. At first they say they lift the ban because they say that we don't harvest on timbers, then will be supposed for export. So then be banned, then timbers, then they be just team up no more. So then we lift the ban first for exports, then when the way be done ready for come out of the country. After that, then we can out and can say, then there's a whole lot to this timber, voila. But as it is right now, the timber markets, they do booming. And even though they can say, oh, if you ask the people, then they say, yes, okay, don't go to the plant, but you know now. We know. Eh? Sometimes, can we work, you want to do this thing, eh? Yeah. But down the road, trust me. Now we'll go sit down, we tie for them, then we go out there. They call they talk about the timber, so we go out, we get to own investigative journalist them. We'll go there with pictures and videos. For sure. For expose some of those things. Say, yes, then cut here today, but nobody no plant. Because now then it tells you they can cut and can plant. What are they foresee if they be plant where they cut? Then I see the timber come up Boku today. We will talk about that next week. We will surely talk about that next week. All this way we can do, it's just the love we want for our country, just the basic. Now we want to. I'm a for good December now. We know the kind of preparation they will get for do. Just so that basic will be available. Just so that basic will be available. We know the preparation, we know the extra cost we get for puts now we own. We know. But we still they go. So if they not stop, we for go. What we feel say we will allow them. For make that changes so we want to. It will come to pass. It will surely come to pass. Will they go? We therefore can't talk now. We don't begin talk last week, not so, about how we go on for prepare ourselves. The doctor always can do your own, but we can shape one or two things. We can always talk waiting. Forget it, if you get certain things, what you go do, what you not go do. Timbuktu say even if they plant it, they take decades for the trees them for grow, which is true. But now then they talk. And then they talk, say, oh, can cut to the plant. Oh, plant. Oh, don't tell if you cut one tick, if you plant 10 tick. Oh, no. No. youth we will get for go December. I need to talk it safe. Oh no, go December, but we'll get for go April for the 60th anniversary. Yeah. But all this administration can never celebrate an anniversary for Salono. All independents, they nothing they not celebrate. Make a begin talk about the oopsie. They not go left wing and free tongue, then they go back because the last 2 times, na both and go. Yes, both school. Because it meet up almost the same time for the independents, where both school can get their anniversary. So now they party can they. So free tongue, no lantern, no nothing. I hope say the Ministry of Cultural Affairs and all these things, then they prepare for the 60th anniversary. And we say Tripoli, what you want to celebrate 60 up and big fool. Hey. Okay. I don't start safe. Ezekiel always say December year will come. Who go to watch una from outside? Yes, alone on my mind. All man the cut boast. Una no worry. Need talk safe. I know how. Make look how the chairman himself, Daniel Oldfield, straight from Edmonton, Canada, with the one spot update. Yes, Daniel, you get the platform, sir.
Yes, so Tripoli, am I okay with you?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Salon, that's so they go, and that's so they go Tripoli. Well, family, on a cushion for this program today. When I do all waiting, the boss himself don't say. A lot of things don't go through, a lot of things don't, people have said a lot, we've had a lot. Well, Mr. Bokutin and passed through me either. Well, we all be no say this week, the national football team, the week we pass, Leone Stars, then they prepare for Nigeria in November, back to back, go for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Well, as it don't happen so, we know say Leone Stars then play and they lost against Mauritania on the 9th. They lost against Mauritania on the 9th. And that game day inside Mauritania, we captain. Winner Zengele. FC Zurich, then defender. And we lost him, injured. And after that, we lost the game. We lost the game 2-1. Then we lost with captain. Well, we don't know the extent of the injury. But then I think what I mean for happen because I've been listening to Mohamed Kalon, the radio, and I don't know why the technical staff not been done because of the injury. Why they not been done sort of assess Zengele injury. Either they may go back to Salon or they may continue for proceed go Niger. Well, as it is, Zengele travel with the team from Mauritania, then go Niger. When at the second game on the 13th, and Yanda safe Leone Stars lost. Leone Stars lost, and they lost, and of course, friendly match. I mean, not a problem with them losing 2 friendly matches because I didn't think the friendly matches meant for let the team prepare, let the technical staff see the weaknesses of the team and for assess the players individually and as a team. So not for any bad thing for let a team prepare for a big match. So that is the meaning of a friendly match. The only thing we're me concerned about is that now Zengele continue for go, now Nigeria will go lost, and Zengele, together with 2 other members of the contingent, the 41-man contingent, test positive. They don't test positive for COVID. And unfortunately, these guys, they left Nigeria. They not come with the team because Leone Stars don't return. And they knock out the team. So I get for know from the press release where they released, the SLFA put out, say, the team manager and the team nurse or the medical somebody, stay with them 3 people and then Niger. So, and the problem now is Zengele are the most, apart from when the captain, are the most stable defender all the Stars get. And with 2 weeks quarantine in Niger, that means he not go able to make them. Apart from when maybe he get for go back to a team na Switzerland, and no go make them for Nigeria game. So these are all the pitfalls who they talk. I'm not sabi the team manager. I hear they say based in England, but can they go and come? And so the technical staff with the doctor, we go with a medical person, them for that assess Zengele. Now, Leone Stars will be caught in a quagmire whereby Zengele, I don't know if Zengele will be able to make them because now 2 weeks quarantine, they quarantine, they warm up, and people country. So, Triple, I want to let you rub mud on this for just few minutes, for just few seconds. How you see that with Leone Stars go? I don't mind, as I say, for letting lost 2 friendly matches because these ones are meant to assess the team. Nigeria saved the play friendly matches. But all the other countries, Ghana lost inside Ghana, Nigeria lost inside Nigeria. So what do you think about Leone Stars? Them play, then go play na Niger, na Mauritania and Niger, and then apart from the loss who lost the 2 matches, now we don't lose with captain. And it not good likely make them for meet up Nigeria because Nigeria game na early November and now back-to-back games them. So what do you see before I continue, sir?
Just like how you don't say, Daniel, the friendly match now for expose the team to an international pitch where they're able to see how they go perform. I hope say the technical team don't able to see. And however, will be the upsy after the Mauritania match, even though it's like back-to-back again after the Mauritania match, maybe the technical team be able to talk to them, show them the weakening point and who side they need for ginger up and do all these things so that at least the Niger game will be, even if not for draw. But at the end of the day, be careful end the right end and we be careful lost the match again. Then now with this other one we don't carry with the COVID-19, we know say we get limited players then right now for meet up the Nigeria match. We get limited players and like I say, all the eyes every time as long as the international match where they say Leone Stars, the eyes can always dip on Zengele and Zengele is not going to be there. If we look in that 2 weeks, that 14 days, we not think say go did it, but we don't know if any team go play, they not go look and say now 14 days or what not, or then we go test and back say you don't test negative or whatever. But what I try for say now is even though Nigeria is going to be a tough side with Zengele and now without him, we hope for the best. But it's hard with Sierra Leone, the Leone Stars, where you want to like one team na Europe one call in name. You have to please we. Yeah. Leone Stars.
Then I was team so call the team like Manchester United.
Only find them game Palavam. But Leone Stars, you have to please we. It's so difficult.
Because I get beaucoup Manchester man around me. Even you say this one now.
Me no say na Manchester, no say na Arsenal, no say na Liverpool.
Okay.
Yes, but Leone Stars definitely difficult. We support them, but you have to support.
You see, Triple, me, what would they say? I mean, we the media, like also don't tape on sports reporting over 40 years. Me no get any reason. I don't get any reason for underestimate Leone Stars. It's a pity the team no get much time for prepare. Then again, for can add insult to injury. This COVID thing can sort of smear. Well, not on Leone Stars no more. The whole world get problem. The only thing is, we meet the sinner now. In last week, la Mohamed Kaloni program, insef chef na open la Mohamed Kaloni insef open motse, we get 47 international players them. We the who know able know it, but we don't go sort of for tap. But the difficulty with Mohamed Kaloni get, because I mean, in now don't go get in big grade as a UEFA license coach. Anything say now we don't call now for begin condemn. It will be tantamount to, like say, a one begin for pool, John Kister, in leg, no. And so you got to be very careful. Honestly, I covered John Kister playing Nasaloni and one in border. Abdul, that's in the Common England company. He is a pretty good coach. So we get for Ghan time because we don't give that Ghanaman time. He lost all in game there. John Kister promising the same with a sort of in technical team, the assistant there winner Amidu Karim and John Connor. Then of course you get the technical director winner Sam Obemetka. We play for Salon and Maudonde in coaching and stuff. Those guys are good and capable. Of course, you get Tamba Moses when the goalkeeper coach. What me they say now, for letting give them enough time because we just lost two games when a friendly match they will cast together and then when they go play under critical circumstances. I have no reason for sort of castigate John Kister and his team. The only two will say room for improvement. But my problem again are with the organizers. Because the man of the team manager, I don't know him. I think he's something. I don't really know him in full name. But now in duty for just looking to the other players, because they say I get for no say from a colleague of mine, Ali Bitara. Ali Bitara said that guy did in England, and he get the duty now for assess the player then where they are to available for the team and see if Zingale know they come let them look for a dependable defender because we don't know the magnitude of Zingale injury. We don't know the magnitude of the injury. Besides, they don't need 2 weeks quarantine. Whether they will say it don't test negative now, it remains to be seen. So therefore, right now, within Coach, if you listen to this program, Coach John Kister and in technical staff, Amidou Karim, John Kone, and Coach, technical coordinator Sam Ubemezga, Tamba Moses, allow them for work together, go to the drawing board and look with the team manager, Usa will go get if now 2 players that will go stand by for the defense. So then get for do that. Make sure so they get defender that will go there for replacing Zingale in case enable make them for the Nigeria game. Because whatever I may say, Nigeria are one strong team in the world, not only in Africa, in the world. They lost last week, Mali nyaka them badly. I mean, they beat even Ghana. Ghana beat Mali. Nigeria self lost at home. So you see, so I'm not going to say they go beat Leone Stars, but the only thing we get for prepare double. So I wish they all the best. Then back again to the report. Then took 41 people and go. Then now Leone Stars will go talk to them. They call press conference. Well, this if nowadays will be in the tongue. When I go and I say the press no important. When I go carry somebody who I say na the sports, what they call a national sports authority na the somebody. The travel for travel, on no countenance the press. Now they say they call press conference. These are the time we can say no. Una make una own release. We not go there because not been countenance the media. We not go. But all the same in the spirit of sportsmanship and the job, we go encourage we but then and now the president of Frank Cole, when the president of Swasal, becoming a member of Swasal, because me a veteran, now we begin Swasal. So they tell Frank Cole and Yumanda when I go there and ask pertinent questions. Why was it that there was no accredited pressman? Where did it? So we get for ask them pertinent questions and by next week we'll go able to get waiting and we'll talk at the press conference. Again, man will tell me waiting commodity. So last still the Salon, although I don't know if you want to continue this triple if you want add there or low left out. Okay, so still on Salon, we get cricket. Well, you know, so them don't ease they don't ease the what they call this COVID. So now the sporting organizations them like where football don't begin the coach the start the train. Also the National Sierra Leone Cricket Association themselves don't invite players from both the senior and the male and female national cricket team and the U19. They don't call players them for commence training. Well, I get for know from the Linda. From Linda, when I the captain for the captain for the female national team, and Linda tell me say them prepare. Then they go listen tomorrow and get meeting. Linda Bull, we traded them and they say sports people in the salon of the land. Well, this time for sure say sports people is still the land because Linda is a student at the of FBC and still she's captain of the national women's cricket team. So tomorrow then we'll get a meeting with the association. The executive, which is led by Francis Trevor Samoa, because they work pretty hard. Although they don't get support from government, it is only hope that this time around, because even the under-19 team, they self they prepare and get competition when they come on. So we only hope this time, all the money, all the attention will not be focused on football because cricketers have brought laurels to the country. So they hope so the minister will left the travel for friendly matches and focus with the Dr. Kenneth Brahma, what's the name, when I in the national called executive director waiting for National Sports Authority. Now the cricketer and then self get for go play. So please would I ask the minister, Ibrahim Nyelenke, for letting turn the attention to let them help other disciplines, not only football because they money they come out. So then they don't call them for training, let attention be focused on them. The Cricket Association, they express sympathy for the death of the vice principal of Bobo, one Mr. George Evans Kweku Nyako, now the acting principal for Bobo Government Secondary School, and he died. And why the Cricket Association, they expressed this, Trevor Francis, they expressed this condolence, because where them go recently in a Bow school for go revitalize cricket. Now this man, with this late man, I mean they sort of lead the activation of cricket in a Bow school. But unfortunately, they don't come that because we don't begin the project. So now Mr. Nyako don't die, and we hope and pray that somebody else, let God bless his soul, and let somebody else take them, because cricket, the one way the Cricket Association, they work assiduously for improved cricket all over the country. So we say OSH, Sarah Network Radio and Daniel Rufus Corner, they say OSH to the family of the late Mr. Nyako, and we hope and pray that God will see in consoling family. So let's go now for international people. Let's go international. Say where would they talk about international with the camp and football? And in that vein, games they don't play today. All over Europe. In the EPL, you get Everton where they were 2-2 with Liverpool. Then Uruguay. Because we play na Goodison Park. Well, the game Liverpool scored a third goal. And unfortunately, they save VAR and other they rule the goal offside. Then Chelsea self draw at home 3-3 with Southampton. Man City then win, then beat Arsenal 1-0. And Newcastle, Manchester United hammer them. Well, one congratulate all the Manchester United fans. Them Omar Fofana of BBC. We get Aoun Rashidin. We get the likes of Mr. James Johnson. We get Ivan Jackson. So the people in the all Manchester United man, and them plenty. So one congratulate Manchester for a job well done. Let God bless you now. But something on the last one in a win so. Now as it is, as Everton the lead, Everton the lead with 13 points. Liverpool the second with 10. Aston Villa then the third with 9 points, and Leicester City the fourth with 9, Chelsea in the 8th. And then you get some games that we play now, all at once they will play. But the two games that we wouldn't call now the Spanish La Liga. The Spanish La Liga, we see defeat by the two top teams in the Spanish league get beaten today. They were sound beaten. Like Barcelona, or Real Madrid were the champions, then lost to unfancied Cadiz. Team way, no Norway, now they beat Real Madrid, and now Real Madrid host, then beat Real Madrid 1-0, and also Getafe, then beat Barcelona 1-0. So that means all two the big team them, the two big team them they lost. So football, na Biscuito, then also in the Serie A, we see the Milan derby. We see how Inter Milan then lost to AC Milan, and guess what? It is the veteran Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We people in the expect say don't they done like Ibrahimovic come up today at 30, at least they done 34. Ibrahimovic get a brace, 2 goals, 9 score, and then beat Inter Milan inside their own field. So I don't know today. Lukaku meet up a match because Lukaku in head the entire attack was Ibrahimovic nine do the one for AC Milan. So let's round up now with the African Champions League. So they play today, and the African Champions League play today. We'll see how Well, there is already, I'll get them for next week. So Nasa go round up today. And we hope, say, Leone Stars, they don't come back home. Well, 3 people still, apart from coach, the captain, Zengele, tested positive for corona. They will hope and pray, say, they go able to recover, and also an injury will be healed. So let's get somebody now. We go stand in for Zengele, because now hard-working player. So the technical staff, we hope and pray, say, we go do something for the Leone Stars able Nigeria. So I go on up to till next week on Tata.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Yes. We want to tell Daniel Ophel, thank you for the sports update. And Zengele and the others, we just wish them speedy recovery, and we hope, say, the best go happen for them. You don't see why we talk. The minister will not get nothing for doing Naimbi Godi. What if Naimbi go catch this thing now? Eh? You not get nothing for Kray and go say they follow the team mode and they go play friendly matches them. Make sure that they na salon for do. I guess there's nothing to do. That's why he was just roaming around with them. Eh? And I just say, feel so done. Yeah, so 5 more minutes for 5 hours. So definitely we done. We done definitely. Yeah? We'll take a break tomorrow. As if people don't begin call for the love program, I go contact the person who will be the one and back. See if he's still interested to come and continue his show. Yeah? We'll contact and say people in the ASCO. Because sometimes he can come, he can say, hey, they come. I'll see, maybe he's ready now. We can continue in program. But we go there on Monday again. Like I said, that timber, I'll take 1 or 2 things to look, but maybe one day next week we can talk about them. All we want for Salone, not the best. Dave Katie last time say best na relative time. It depends on how person see them, which is true, but what we want, and we know what we want. Eh? We know what we want. And when they talk about the best, that's what we want. The basic. Oh, they are back on Monday. I hope say any side where you can join me from. Just try for keep yourself safe. Or else, you know, go there party after COVID chilling. Yeah? You know, go there party after COVID chilling. And since I know say you wanted it, it is what it is. Eh? Till we meet again on Monday, Triple AC. Tata.